What's going on, guys, and welcome to bullgearrc videos. So today we are going to take another look at the MST CMX Sand Scorcher build that I'm kind of working on as a side project. I'll give you a little update with the progress that we've made. And today what we're going to go over is we actually, in the first video, we shortened the wheelbase, but the wheels, the axles weren't in the right orientation with the frame to properly get this body into place. So what we wound up having to do is, if you've seen the first video, we shortened the links in the back to get our 252 millimeter wheelbase, 250 millimeter, whatever we have here. And actually what was going on was the front of the frame rails stuck out a little bit too far. So what I did was pretty simple. We just took the links from the back, which have these spacers in, and we swapped them out with the links in the front. So the rear went to the front went to the rear. So now the short links in the rear, the longer links are in the front. Now when we did that, a couple other things came into play. We had to, I turned the shock mounts around. I swapped them from one side to the other. As you can see, we still got a little bit of a lean, which is okay by me. And that moved our shocks forward. And the second issue we ran into when we did this was the servo then was hitting into this front bumper mount. So we had to do some trimming. There was another hole here that this was hitting, and in the front our servo horn was hitting. So we trimmed that out. We got all this working nicely. There's plenty of room for everything up front. So that took care of our wheel axle placement. I think that's going to come out pretty nice now. I think that's just about right where we wanted it. Now the next issue that I ran into was with the battery tray. This battery tray sat in here kind of in this position, and when we installed the battery, what was going on was the battery was sticking way out here, and that wasn't going to work for me because of this one's going to have a driver figure and so on and so forth. So what I did was I went to a Hobby Town and I got some aluminum. It's a little aluminum sheet, and I made myself a little battery tray. The battery that I got for this is a little shorty pack, 2S LiPo shorty pack. What is this one? This one is a New Wave, Team New Waves. So anyway, I made the battery tray to fit this particular battery. And as you can see, we mounted it here and here, and then also through this way we mounted this particular piece to this piece, and we just bent all that into shape. Now what I used to bend that, guys, is these are little hand seamers, and you can pick these up at Harbor Freight for less than 10 bucks. You make you some nice little straight bends with your tin, sheet metal, aluminum, whatever it is that you're working with. So these are a pretty handy little tool to have when you start custom building and bending your aluminum or what have you to do some custom building. So now the next thing I think I'm going to do, guys, is while we're at this point, I'm going to replace this Stock Servo. I actually have here one that's only got a couple runs on it in my other truck. It's an EcoPower WP110T. This is waterproof metal gears. it's price-wise, it's sort of toward the lower end of a middle range servo. 280 inch ounces. I had it in my TRX 4 with a pound of brass on the front axle, and it was working decently in that truck. So in this little small tire rig, this should work pretty good. So that's something we're going to take care of, is getting this installed. And then once we get everything where we like it there, we will start trying to figure out how exactly we are going to mount this body. All right, now that we got that servo installed, the next thing we got to do is figure out how to get this body installed. And at this point, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this, but my thoughts are, I have this piece, which is formerly what was in, the rear part of the frame. And as you can see right here, let's see if we can get this here and here. These two holes exactly line up with these two bolts here that I used to install the battery tray. And what we have here is mounting holes for body posts. And all this stuff is from the MST CMX kit. So I'm thinking maybe I can mount this thing up with some magnets. I do have these magnetic body mounts. They fit right on the post real nicely. So if I can get this part to mount here, I can use this front hole. The rear hole is going to interfere with the battery tray, so the post will be too far back. But if I get the front hole to work out for me, we can adjust it up and down as we need. We'll have to cut it off, obviously, but this might work out for me. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it might. So yeah, that's what we're going to attempt to do. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to work or not. This is the first time ever trying to mount one of these bodies, but yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. So let me get this thing cut out and installed on here. And all right, guys, this I think actually worked out better than I thought it was going to. As you can see, we now have body mount positions right here, kind of right where we need them. I had trimmed, I cut this piece off, trimmed it out so it would fit, wedged it up underneath the battery tray mount. Had to trim a little bit here to get it to fit in between the shock towers. But yeah, now we have a spot for our body post to go. So now we have a position that we can go ahead and install our magnets. All we have to do now is get our ride height correct. And of course, in the back, we have already back here positions for body posts. So I think we're going to be able to use these and some magnets and get this body mounted. Now I don't know if that's going to be strong enough. These seem pretty solid, so we'll see what goes on. But I think we're going to stop it right here, and next time I mess with this, we will go ahead and get our magnets installed, get the body fitted on here, get it mounted, and then we can proceed on to whatever's next. So until next time, guys, old Uncle Lee, bullgearrc video said, I'll see ya.